Okay, so this is about P2, which is your evidence in your folio about how you planned your research. Now, some of the activities in booklet 6 led you to that, and there were a range of other materials that we provided that will help with this as well. So again, now that we're at the end of the folio, what you really want to do is go back and use this time to explain what you did and why you did it. So you can see in the first criteria there that we had specific planning of research and it was appropriate to the research question. So at every point there should be an explanation of why you did what you did. You might also be talking about some modifications that occurred. So, you know, what happened in your proposal, what didn't happen. And that can be something you chuck on your proposal as a little text box, you know, as a reflection, so that you can talk through, well, you know, I said I was going to interview all these people, but none of them got back to me, so I had to come up with a new plan. I interviewed this person, they didn't actually turn out to be as informed as I thought. That kind of thinking is really important. So then we're looking at these critical points and we're asking you to reason with your methodology. And one of the materials that we produced for you earlier in the year was booklet 3, which was looking at primary research processes in depth. And we were asking you to think about how you conduct yourself as a researcher and what types of decisions you might make as a researcher, how you would be ethical, how you would develop your capabilities, what makes something valid, what makes something reliable. So we've given you all these materials for a reason. Yes, it is to get through research practices, which is a nice introduction to what research is, but at the same time, these are actually here because we wanted you to think about planning your research so you can actually use these materials to inform some of your reflections and work going into this P2 criteria. Really importantly, we want to be seeing you plan for valid, reliable and credible resources. So if you've got, say, a contact table, in that contact table you could beef this up by having your reasons for choice, and you could select, you know, particular criteria like the validity or the credibility to talk about. It is really about the why in this criteria. We want to see at every point, why did you do it? Why was it useful? Why was it relevant? Now, having just written your evaluations and reviews, you can now go back to those documents and have a look at why were they useful. Use that to guide your thinking. Don't cut and paste it, but use it as a guide. So that's your P2. It's really the why did you do what you did criteria. Please think about not just showing us what you did, but for those high levels, showing us why you did what you did.